guys! So I'm really sorry that I didn't get a vlog up yesterday. It was just really hectic and my camera wouldn't work and YouTube wouldn't upload and it was crazy. So I'm refilming today, which means I'm going to be doing two videos where I would normally be doing, I said I would do my scoliosis story after this one. I'm not going to be doing that today just because it's going to take ages to upload both of them today. I'm going to do that probably tomorrow or maybe Friday because Thursday is going to be a vlog. But I will also be doing how you can treat scoliosis today, and then I'm going to be doing a very short video after this that will go up in two separate videos just on tips of how I found it easy to relieve pain from scoliosis and prepare for the operation. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So I researched quite a lot into this because obviously the most that I know about scoliosis is the operation. So I researched into the different types of back braces which I thought I needed to brush up my knowledge on the most, and that's what I have quite a bit of information about. But if I have got anything wrong, because obviously I didn't have the back brace, it'd be really great if any of you guys watching have got the back brace or have had it, and if you could let me know either in the comments or a personal message or whatever on my Twitter or on a comment on my blog about corrections or anything else you want to add, that'd be great, and then I can add it in or edit this video later. So to start off with, there are generally 4 or 3 ways to treat scoliosis. The first one is to just simply watch the curve and make sure it doesn't get any worse, because a lot of the time if a baby is born with scoliosis, then a lot of the time when they grow it starts to sort itself out anyway and there's nothing that needs to be done. If it starts to get worse, then up to 30 degrees, physiotherapy is often a massive key in this. Physiotherapy is also done after your operation, that is in your rehab stage, you go through physiotherapy, but it can help a lot with correcting the curve. I know there have been stories of people who have had scoliosis and they have had physiotherapy for a couple of months and done. Physiotherapy is the type of treatment that Usain Bolt has to cure his scoliosis. Usain Bolt does have scoliosis, which some people are surprised to learn, but before every race and after every race he has his physiotherapist there and helps him. His scoliosis hopefully will not get worse, but in interviews he has said that he can't have the operation obviously because it would just ruin his career. So that's up to 30 degrees. 30 degrees up to 45 degrees is when back bracing comes in. So as it seems, it is when people think of typical scoliosis when they think of it in the olden days when it was common and you see children with bracing, that is what scoliosis is. That is the back bracing scoliosis. So this is where I've done my research. Again, if I've got anything wrong, please don't hesitate to let me know. But I did know this before I got into it all, but I just wanted to brush up my knowledge. So there are generally 3 types of back bracing that you can go into. There is a type called, and I'm really scared to get these names wrong, the number 1 type is called thoracolumbo-sacral orthosis, or TLSO, or the Boston brace. So for this video I'm just going to call it a TLSO because that seems much easier to pronounce, and that is the brace which goes underneath your arm. So it's sometimes called the underarm brace, and it works by applying a 3-point pressure to the curvature. Sorry about that, got a text message. So, 3-point pressure to the curvature. It is worn under clothes. I believe a lot of the time it's unnoticeable, and it is worn for 23 hours a day. 23, I'm not quite sure why it's not 24. I think it's because of this next bit, because it says that it can be taken off for swimming, sports and that type of thing. So I'm guessing that's where the hour comes in, because hour of exercise a day, I'm guessing that's why the 23. So it's basically an all day, I think. And that is normally prescribed for your lumbar or your thoracolumbar region of your spine. I will put a picture in now. But as you can see, the lumbar is the lowest part of the spine, and that is what TLSO helps, or thoracolumbar is when it starts to go up to the middle. So the second one is the Milwaukee, so it looks a bit Hawaiian. brace. It's very similar to the TLSO, but the only difference is this is what you would normally think of. So this is has the vertical poles up and the neck ring around and is supported like that. This is normally the one that they give for thoracic spine, which is the middle to top part of your spine. So that is the two daytime braces. They're the most common ones. And then your third type of brace is the Charleston bending brace. This is known as the nighttime brace because it's the one of the three that you only ever wear at nighttime, which means for those who don't want to wear a daytime brace and you come under this, it means that you don't have to tell anyone that you're wearing a brace, you never see that you're wearing a brace, it's just used at nighttime. So this one is slightly different to the others. This one is actually moulded to yourself when you are on the side, so when you're sleeping it actually pushes against the curve. So it'll push against your curve in the sleep, and overnight it will help to straighten the curve out. Well, not overnight, over when you're sleeping in it. But this brace is a little different to the others. The others go from 30 degrees to 45 degrees, roughly. Sometimes there's exceptions. But this one there's a specific different things that you have to be able to have this brace. So this one is a 20 to 40 degree window. It has to be between 20 and 40 degrees, and the apex of the curve has to be below the shoulder blade. So it can't be above it because it won't work. You would have to have one of the other two. So that is bracing. And then we go on to at 45 degrees, that is when you do the scoliosis operation. So the scoliosis operation starts at 45 degrees, and it is invasive surgery, and it is across down the centre of your spine. So what it is, well, if you are very queasy, then slightly cover your ears now, because I'm going to go into detail and it's not pretty. So what they do is you go for various pre-ops, and you have your measurements taken, and you have breathing tests done of how much air you can have at one time and how fast you breathe and that sort of thing. And then the surgery is actually right down the centre of their spine. They take a knife and they split down the side. They then part everything inside and get down to your spine. At this point is when they actually, crack the vertebrae and straighten it, and they put it in a straight line. So where it's like this, they will, I don't really know how to explain how they crack it all, but they basically crack it and they put it straight. At this point they then put two titanium rods down each side of the spine, and they then screw into each vertebrae little screws. So the rods are supporting the spine from being able to move, and the vertebrae are now fused together. At this point with me, they put in bone graft to fuse part of my spine together. I still have relatively most movement in my spine, so it isn't a bone graft where they fuse every vertebrae together, but it's definitely that. And then that's it really, and then they sew you back up and you go into your recovery stage. Now, a lot of the time I get questioned is, will I ever have it taken out? No, I won't ever have it taken out, because why you would willingly go through the operation again to have it taken out of your spine, I'm not really sure, but they can take it out. As long as you don't have very, very severe scoliosis, which they think will move again, it is possible that they will take it out, but I've never heard of a case when they do, just because it's too invasive and no one's going to go through that pain again. But it is possible to have it taken out. That's the spinal operation. Now the other newest thing, if you guys watch my daily vlogs before, you will know that I put on a charity event in January to help raise money for the John Radcliffe Hospital where I was treated, and we raised over £2,000 for that, so that was amazing. And when I went to the hospital to give them the check, I walked around the ward again and I saw some of the nurses, and I went with two friends, and the woman told us about this newest type of surgical procedure, which is in scoliosis, which is very exciting. and sounds amazing. And I've actually seen a few news stories of some people having it done, and it seems to work amazingly. So what they do is they still have the operation and they put in the rods, but rather than these rods having to be at, when you have scoliosis, when you have the operation, they tend to like you to have the operation when you are near the end of your growth chart. So the doctor will have a chart where you will be able to see your curving off your maximum growth, and they like to do it near then, so they're not going to stunt your growth, because obviously your torso won't grow anymore. Your legs still do, but your torso doesn't. But to stop this, because some children obviously do need the operation much quicker, they need them when they're younger, they actually put in, I'm not quite sure the ins and outs of how it works, I would have to go see a specialist surgeon about that, but it is, in effect, of how I can explain it to you, is magnetic rods. So they're not magnetic to the fact that you will stick against a fridge or anything like that. They are surgically magnetic, and they go in exactly the same as the normal titanium, but it means that every single time the child needs to grow a bit or the curvature needs to change a bit, they can actually extend the rods inside the spine without going back into the invasive surgery again, which is incredible when you think about it. That is amazing. My operation was only 3 years ago and we didn't have that then, so it's come such a long way, and I don't know, I'm really excited about that for people. And if you guys are going through the operation and that's something that you're having, then I find that really exciting. Maybe that's a bit weird, but it's something that I really care about, and the fact that these children get to have this operation rather than have the invasive surgery every time is really amazing, and I'm really happy for those that can have that. So that is the main types of treatment. After treatment you then go through rehab, and I will do another video on that in a couple of days time or wherever, on the recovery process, but that is all for today. I will, like I said earlier, put a video after this on my channel too, so you're getting 2 videos today. And yeah, but that is all for the methods of treatment. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about well, anything really, message me and I will do my best to, if I don't know, find out from a doctor or a surgeon for you. But if you have any questions at all about the operation itself, then just message me or comment me or Twitter me or anything like that, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks guys, bye!
The lines on the won't go up. Hill has lines. Old ruins of a fort. Hundreds of thousands of years. Come to the horse. No, we come this way.
The hill where George is meant to have killed the dragon. Depends whether you believe in dragons or not.
C'est là où
And see it better.
You can't really tell.
You can see it on the other side better.
Can you?
Yeah.
Go on the other side, because that is the legs. So this is
body.
the head. The head's up there. We'll show you the other side.
I'll get a photo of that. Like a pop.
Jump at their logo. Uniform. It's very so famous when we lived here. So
It is a very boring logo.
it's a long way down.
I skied. We drive down here.
We will drive down there.
We'll drive.
It's a long way.
I skied down here.
You didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, ski. This is so weird. This is high.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it,
Eye, body.
right.
you can't. I mean, you need to.
Hundreds of years ago, how
Let's say thank you, you ignorant
we have a relay competition. Comes up here. Yes.
This is a good view down there, isn't it? Down there.
En plus, j'ai des barrières là.
Bah,
How can you
No barrier.
how can you do